significantly. Just about see the top of the flag from where Jin-Young is.
300 on her round today. Leaves a spin. Nice. Pretty aggressive shot. Like that one right there. Good chance for birdie. Currently 500 total. I got great view right here. And a great putt. Of course she made it. Why wouldn't she?
And this is Hye-Jin Choi. Second at the par 4.
Yeah, off a little bit of a downslope, but front hole location very accessible today.
Normally so consistent, but it just goes to show you that golf is hard, and even the very best can struggle on any given day. That was not a driver, and it's gone a little bit down the left side, but it's blind, so she won't be able to tell where that's finished up.
All right, after being flummoxed by that second shot, here's the third for Hye-Jin Choi at 10. And a former U.S. Open champ, I guess you're always a U.S. Open champ, Alim Kim, 10.
From just short of the green.
She's going to miss a cut at some point, right?
Struck well.
This year, Jim hasn't even had a top 10.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
She's really struggled to find fairways
and greens.
And yet you're out here and the wind's picking up and it's starting to swirl around a little bit and the conditions are getting tougher, but Jin-Young Ko has all the tools.
14 putts in 10 holes. Is that good?
I mean, we had a really good look at her last 2 strokes. I mean, they were just beautiful.
Something down the left center would be perfect.
I always used to use those trees that kind of formed a W, but now they've grown a good bit, Karen. It's not quite the same W that it used to be.
No. And that is down in the left rough.
Side door.
Yeah, it seems to break more from this side than the other side. At least it did this morning.
Breaks a lot from every side, too.
Yeah, this is your favorite green. Oh, gotta go.
Good roll.
Yeah, good read. Just a little more speed. Should have made it, obviously. All right. Se-Young Kim now for par. Knocked it over that green left. Chipped it to here. This to stay at 5 under. Inside the right edge. Of course, that's where Bailey Tardy hit it and missed it. But Se-Young Kim, that's a bad bogey from the fairway. That drops her down to 4 under par.
Back into the wind. Quite heavily now. Getting a big gust. Getting a really big gust.
Yeah, that shows up, comes up pretty well short.
I mean, right at the front of the green, chipping up that steep slope. She's on a nice little upslope as well. And really, this should be pretty straightforward.
Second shot for Alim Kim.
The whole location a little bit more on the left today. Not so bad to be up the right side. Can take dead aim just like that.
Oh, she tugged it with not enough speed either. Wow, that's a surprise. Did not see her make a bogey.
And of course, you can, if you go too far down the right side, you can get blocked out by those trees. So keep it down the left.
Yeah, perfect right there.
She's absolutely.
Very confident looking stroke. It's a really good spot to putt from.
Hye-Jin Choi, this for birdie.
Oh, that hopped right away. Never gave that enough. Not a very good stroke considering that she had seen.
And the clouds are moving pretty downwind right now for her here, even though the flag is going left. You can see that it's definitely more of a delicate stroke. And it just made it way more challenging off the tee.
I'm not going to say anything until it stops.
And let's check out young Korean star Hye-Jin Choi, who is outside the current cut line. She's not missed a cut on the LPGA Tour since joining at the beginning of last year.
Yeah, the cut looks like it will at least be.
It's still 83 yards, but it's a little bit sitting down. It's not a very friendly first cut lie.
Oh, my. No, that was a very friendly kick and not a very friendly lie. That plugs in the back bunker.
And this is Hye-Jin Choi for birdie, much needed. Shot 79 in the opening round last week at Pebble Beach, working her way into the top 25 for the week. 13.
Horrible lie for Jin Young Ko.
I mean, I'm not sure that she would have. No, I mean, disappointed, wouldn't you be, Jim, if you walked up to it and saw that? And in between that, Rosang has already chipped up and chipped it up to about, I'd say, 8 feet, 9 feet past the hole.
Man, they are making a mess of this hole.
It is escalating really quickly.
Yeah, it is. Getting away from them.
Hopefully she can kind of stop the rot here and make this putt. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, gosh. I did not see that, Karen. She just had a wedge or a sandwich in her hand. Now she's going to make double bogey. Wow.
Feels a lot downwind, but the actual clouds are moving more to the right.
Firmness you talked about.
There's a perfect example.
It's a really steep downhill slope at the very start of this putt. So it's going to take off quickly. These big trees, and you do have to really pay attention to what's actually going on when the ball gets above them. But righting the ship there with a little par after a disastrous previous hole.
All right, Hye-Jin Choi now for birdie at 15. She's at even par. She could use 1 or 2 birdies coming in. Tough little read. Ought to go right at the end. Just didn't quite get it far enough out to the left. But par's a good score here. It's a tough hole. Had that whole location on the right side yesterday, so they've kind of kept it over there the last couple days. Tough to get it close. Don't want to short side yourself. She had it on the proper side of the hole. All right, Jin Young Ko now.
And there used to be a really big tree down the right side that is no longer there anymore, that used to make this fairway even narrower. So the players do feel like they can start it down the right side with a bit of a draw.
You're exactly right. Good shot there. She's got it right where she wants it.
As Rosang's.
Set up well left to hit a bit of a fade. She tug it.
Whoa, it's back of the green goes away.
Cup hill into the wind, moving to the right.
Oh, man, did that move right.
Let's check out the U.S. Open champ from 2020, Alim Kim.
All right, that's a good stroke, confident stroke. So she'll save par there at 15, head over to 16.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. You got to play this well outside the hole. It's got a lot of break. Nice. It's when you really have to be committed to starting the ball.
There is that front right hole location at 16 Morgan that you mentioned. Alim Kim for birdie.
I would have thought that should have taken a fraction of break to the right. It almost wiggled left at the very end there.
Direction being downwind, you really need to try and keep it down the left side. Anything down the right, and you can end up have a difficult shot over that tree. But Jin Young nicely down the left side, and she would have been short enough to not have any issues either. Yeah, just a wedge out for Jin Young. Ball a bit below her feet here.
Another bit of a tug. Yeah, it's a tricky one. You got to play this out well outside the hole. It's got a lot of break. Nice. It's when you really have to be committed to starting the ball on your line.
You leave yourself a putt across the green. No, it's been tough going for Ginny on these last few holes. Lynn Grant has already played her tee shot and hit it left into the trees. She might have a little bit of tree trouble and will have to punch out. Jin Young Ko trying to not do the same, but she's also in the trees left.
Oh, that's over there by the tree roots. That'll be an interesting punch out.
He's put together a couple of 68s.
All right, Hye-Jin Choi for birdie at 17. Does it break? Oh, yes, it does. Everybody's excited, including her.
Karen, and she already has a wrist injury, at least recovering from one last season.
Yeah, pretty cool shot there.
17.
Yep, Jin Young Ko's third.
From 100 yards, you've got to think that this one's going to be able to stop around this hole, playing back into that wind with the slope of the green.
You would think so. Should spin. Does. Okay.
It will be uphill as it approaches the hole.
Stay up.
Give herself a good look up the gut of the green. A little bit of an awkward stance, you can tell by her being off balance there. Really, what a shot. She's going to be able to have a nice chip, maybe even putt. Kind of up the fall line. Not a lot of break either way on this putt. Relatively straight. Well done. Just a touch of right to left break here. Just a bit outside the hole. Let's see, her putter is aimed quite a bit to the right. I don't think I was going to quite break that much.
To 18, Se Young Kim for birdie. Ooh.
After those two wonderful shots to be right by the green and two, that really hurts. Plenty to make the cut into this weekend.
Incredible, really. I mean, she's used to contending. Hasn't won yet, but did win in Korea.
She has a very small margin to hit this green on that front right side. This is going a little bit out to the right. And you're right, Morgan, this is awkward. She does have a big steep bank that she has to land it up and over, and then it's going to land on a downslope and trickle down to the hole. Oh, good spin control.
Jin Young Ko made 5 birdies in her first 10 holes, but this is going to be her first since. And it does add up to a round of 3 under par 68.
구독과 좋아요, 알람 설정 부탁드릴게요.